What's up, guys? No Casey today. So this week's weekly update, Concerned Citizens of Dixon weekly update, is going to be short, one person, which means it'll also probably be a little bit shorter because I'm easily distracted. But I know people are excited about this and they wanted to see another video. I don't know if this week's will even be as funny. I don't think, aside from, Chupacabra, Bigfoot, and UFOs, that we've had any serious paranormal incidences this week. So let's get to work on that, Concerned Citizens of Dixon. I don't feel like we're doing our job. We're leaving some stones unturned here. I've got really 4 things to talk about this week, and that's it. And then I'll get out of here and wait until Casey comes back next week. But let's start with what I believe may be the most egregious thing on the Concerned Citizens of Dixon, Bluff Watch, any of those pages this week. And that, of course, is the suggestion that our post should be serious. Come on, Shelley White. Really? No. Concerned Citizens of Dixon is for all forms of mockery. All forms. That includes, what was the one that I read a moment ago? Let me see if I can find it here. Someone posted, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's got a bulldog upside down. Totally relevant, right? Yes. Makes tons of sense. Let's see, what else do we have here? Of course, there's that post from Shelley and Dutch. That's crazy talk. Thinking that many of the recent posts, after they had discussed them, they would like to ask the group to return to the original purpose of local news and events. No, that's what the news is for. That's what Chris Norman does. Craziness. What else do we have here? Well, there's some concerned things. Man, all these things are concerned. See, the page is boring now. I can't find one ridiculous post. Shelley White, do you see what you have done to this page? You've made it boring. Yeah, quilt shows. That's it. What are we doing here? If we can't talk about chupacabras, unimportant weather patterns, and the ridiculousness of the Ebola scare, what is Concerned Citizens of Dixon really? And Bluff Watch will have to shut down. They got nothing going on otherwise. I also want to talk about this Michael Knight thing. All right, I read the big long post, and I think I commented on there. Some of you may have seen it. I said that we needed not just both sides of the story, but maybe we needed to hear from some other people that worked for Michael. But can we be serious for a second? Who the heck is Michael Knight? Where did he come from? Why does he exist? What does he do besides pimp himself by way of teenagers at Huck's? And the post itself, I think it got up to like 300 comments, and by the time I got to the post, had literally nothing to do with Michael Knight. Now, I think if it's true that he's evading taxes and not filling out proper employee paperwork and all of that stuff, I think it's ridiculous, and he ought to be run out of town. And I think people are doing the right thing when they see the hustle going on down here at Huck's by calling the cops. That's great. But really, that's how we reacted to it, Dixon? Steve. You know which Steve you are. Altar Boys? Did we go there? That's worse than Chupacabra. I can't believe no one came up with the connection between Michael Knight and Kmart and Ebola. That never happened. I was very disappointed in that one. But seriously, that was a Concerned Citizens of Dixon post that we could have been concerned about. Let's be concerned. Let's be concerned. I see more concern about the weather pattern than I did about that one. It got so ludicrous. I don't even know if the post is still up. It might have gotten taken down, which, if it did, good for you, Shelley. If not, I need to go talk about Altar Boys. Let's see, what else? Last night, holy crap, last night, you Bluff Watch people, and if you're on CCODC and you're not on Bluff Watch, well, you have been missing out. Apparently last night we had 4, I think it was 4, it might have been 20, escaped inmates in White Bluff that were running around and terrorizing the good people of White Bluff. Please? If Bluff Watch and Concerned Citizens of Dixon is where you're getting your news, and it's not tagged at the bottom with Tennessean.com or WDKN.com, it's probably made up. It turned out that one individual had their door knocked on and maybe jiggled, and somebody tried to get in their house, and so they called the cops. And there was never anyone broken out of anywhere, which I don't know why people in White Bluff would think that they had inmates broken out. Your jail is one room. And by jail, I mean a singular holding cell. So let's calm down. There's not room for 4 people in White Bluff. Beyond that, why would they come to White Bluff and what were they doing there? And more importantly, were people really like proposing that we take up arms and hunt them down? Now, White Bluff Chief of Police, I guess, Mike Holman, got on there and posted, and that's when things really went nuts. People were like, why would he post? Shouldn't he be out hunting? No, he's not, because there are no escapees. That was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. Someone, somewhere, the 10 o'clock news, the Tennessean, the Herald, Chris, somebody would have said something if there were escaped inmates just roaming around White Bluff. Now, I made the smart aleck comment that White Bluff is the Wild West, and it's true. It's true. There are people walking down the street, and you got to assume that all of them are packing, because just because you think they are doesn't mean they aren't. I'm shocked that we didn't have like torch burners running through White Bluff and hunting. That would have been pretty impressive. Nevertheless, if you get your news from Facebook, stop. Go to the real source, Twitter. And finally, today, we've all seen the posts about Red Lobster and Olive Garden and all that. Can we cut that crap out? The one that I saw the other day was that Publix is going to come to Kmart. Really? Have you been in a Publix? You stop. Publix is better than that. Every Publix I've ever been in is a bright, sunny place that offers me delicious foodstuffs. You know what I would be offered if they went into Kmart? Ebola! Don't you pay attention? There's nothing good that can come out of the old Kmart building. The only thing I could come up with is if they did like on Charlotte Pike and converted the Kmart into a bowling alley. That's what we need, a new bowling alley. The other ones make me mad. So the next person that says, you know what's coming into the old Kmart building? Nothing's coming into the old Kmart building. Here's one reason. They renewed their lease for 2 years. They're a corporate office. I could be wrong, but I would imagine that 2-year lease is probably paid. So, as a landlord, just because the store closed, would you refund it? Probably not. That may not be the case, and they may be able to lease it out the second that Kmart gets all their crap out. But again, we're talking about a massive freaking building. And, come on. I think Dutch was the one that said it. Would you really put your Publix right next door to Food Lion and like a block down from Kroger? No, you'd put your Publix, I don't know, out by Lowe's or something. Somewhere where you can build your own building and it not be Kmart, home of Ebola. I couldn't get over that. I'm surprised somebody didn't say it was... Oh, and the person that said it was a Hobby Lobby. Read the real news. Chris Norman and the Herald have both been reporting that Hobby Lobby is going by Walmart. We can do this, people. Regardless of what Shelley White says, we can do away with this false information and replace it with puppy dog pictures all over concerned citizens of Dixon. I'm tired of seeing this real stuff. Please help catch a suspect wanted in connection with arson. Really? No. And you know what really bothers me about this? This story has been posted for 3 hours on Concerned Citizens of Dixon, and not one person has made an Ebola Chupacabra or a flame monster from Lord of the Rings reference. Let's do better. I only had 4 things to joke about this week. You can do this. We are Concerned Citizens of Dixon and Bluff Watch. Now, when Casey comes back next week, I expect her to have to pore over ridiculous stories. If we can't do that, then the big feet win.